Hi everyone, in this video I want to share with you 5 financial mistakes that I made in the past. If you didn't spend some time learning more about personal finances and how to manage them, you're probably making some of these mistakes. And I hope that this video will help you avoid them. Looking back, I wish I knew better, because if I didn't make those mistakes in my 20s, I would create a better financial foundation for myself. And before we move to the financial mistakes themselves, I want to point out that everything that I'm sharing in this video is my personal opinion based on my experience and not financial advice. You should always do your own research and make your own decisions. Alright, let's talk about my biggest financial mistakes that I made in my 20s. The first mistake that I made, and that also seems quite popular, is not keeping track of your finances. I believe it's very important to know how much money you earn, how much you spend, and on what exactly you spend that money. You may know that feeling when you have, for example, $100 and after a few days you don't even remember, or you don't even know what you spend this money on, although it's quite a significant amount of money. And if you keep track of your income and expenses, something like that will not happen. In addition to that, small expenses sum up pretty quickly, and if you don't have an overview of all of them, you have no idea how much in total you spend every month. If we take a subscription to Netflix, Spotify or Apple Music, some other apps, they may already sum up to $50 to $100. It's risky because each subscription alone may not seem like a big deal, just a few dollars, why not? And you may be tempted to add more and more subscriptions to your list. But in the end, you have a decent amount of money that you need to pay every month. And again, keeping track of your finances will help you avoid situations like that. It's not as hard as it seems. I, for example, love using an app called Today's Budget. You can enter your income in the app, add all your recurring expenses, and the app will automatically calculate how much you can safely spend every day. When you have one-time expenses, you just enter them in the app and your daily budget adjusts accordingly. You can also add some saving goals, like, for example, saving for a trip or building up an emergency fund, and the daily budget will also consider that. I love this app because it helps you make conscious decisions about spending. For example, if you see that you don't have a lot of budget left for today, you might reconsider if you really want to go out for drinks in the evening. My financial mistake number 2 is not putting money aside regularly and not building up an emergency fund. Right now, it seems quite obvious that it's the right thing to do, but back in my 20s, I didn't see it like that. If you read The Richest Man in Babylon, you know that the author recommends putting aside at least 10% of your monthly income. Let's say you're earning $1,000 per month and you put aside 10%, which is $100. After a year, you will already have $1,200. And that's the amount that is higher than your monthly salary. My mistake was that I first spent the money from the salary to pay for everything that I needed or wanted, and only if something was left at the end of the month, I put that money in the savings account. The right approach, however, would be to first put 10% of your salary or income aside and use the rest of the money as your monthly budget. And that all goes along with the mistake of not building up an emergency fund. The rule of thumb is that it should include the amount of money that is enough to cover at least 3 months of your expenses. To me, the necessity of the emergency fund, however, wasn't that obvious, and only after a few critical situations I realized that it actually is a good idea. My financial mistake number 3 is not investing any money. For some reason, I didn't think about investing at all. I don't know why. Maybe because I didn't read about finances, or because investing is not so widespread in Ukraine where I grew up. Also, none of my friends or relatives did that or even talked about it. That's why this idea never crossed my mind in my 20s. When I started investing thanks to my husband, and he's also the one who manages our portfolio. And if you're anything like me and you don't enjoy learning about different strategies and chart analysis, but you understand the importance of investing, you can take advantage of social trading. Simply put, it's copying trades of other investors. One of the platforms that allows to do that is eToro. You can look through portfolios and performance of different investors, choose some that you like and copy them with the click of the button. This way you don't have to learn about investing yourself, but you just utilize other people's knowledge. By the way, you can find the link to this platform in the description of the video. My financial mistake number 4 was to have only one income stream, my salary. It's quite common, right, that you find a job and you work there until you either want to find something else or you get fired. Then you look for another job and the cycle repeats. I never had a need to work 2 jobs, as when I worked at the IT company my salary was quite decent, but I also never had the thought that maybe I should create an additional income stream on the side. The COVID pandemic showed that it's actually crucial to have multiple income streams, because if something happens to one of them, something that you couldn't even expect, like nobody expected pandemic, you would still be able to pay your bills. Even if you have a full-time job, you can start a side hustle that over time will bring you some additional income, especially considering how easy it is to do it nowadays with the internet. By the way, if you're looking for a side hustle that you could do from anywhere and that requires from 1 to 2 hours of your time per day, check out the link to the 15-day challenge in the description of this video. And last but not least, my financial mistake number 5 was to not create passive income streams. Until some time, I didn't even know about the passive income. I only learned about this concept while reading Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. The fitting quote here would be from Warren Buffett: "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." And that's absolutely true. Think about it. We start working after we graduate, and if we don't put money aside, if we don't invest to live off the dividends later, don't do anything else additionally to increase our income and build savings, we will just have to work until old age because we will not have enough money to retire. Alright guys, those were 5 financial mistakes that I made in my 20s. I'm really grateful that I did research, that I learned more, and I realized that I'm making those mistakes and I could fix them. And I do hope that this video would be either a wake-up call for you, or it will confirm that you do something right in terms of managing your personal finances, and that you also find this video helpful. If that's the case, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and enable notifications to not miss out on the future content, and I will see you in my future videos. Bye bye!